welcome back. Today we want to talk again about Jonathan Edwards' book, Charity and Its Fruits. Today we are on the 14th sermon. The sermon title is Divine Love Alone Lasts Eternally. It's based on 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8, and that verse says, Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. And the point we want to talk about in this first sermon is that love lasts forever. Now, to get an idea of what Edwards is up to, he's talking about the Holy Spirit and the gifts that the Holy Spirit gives. He says first then that the Holy Spirit is the great purchase of Christ. So Christ came and he purchases us the gift of the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit gives us many gifts. The Spirit is first then given to converts. The Holy Spirit is given to us as a gift. And the Holy Spirit is not just a New Testament concept. The Spirit was at work in the Old Testament. We can see that God spoke directly to Noah, telling him to build an ark. God spoke to Moses, giving him the law. And even when we come to the New Testament, we see great miraculous works happening through the signs of Jesus Christ, which were not only miraculous gifts, but were also indicators that Jesus really was the Messiah, a signal to the fact that Jesus was the Messiah. And we have God by His Spirit also giving us the Bible, what we call the canon, the scriptures in their final form. And the Spirit of God does more than that. The Spirit also brings a conviction of sin and faith and illumination so we can understand the Bible. And on we can go. There's many other gifts, but all these have already passed away or will reach their end someday. Someday we won't need a Bible. Someday we won't need to be convicted of our sin because we'll be in heaven and we won't sin anymore. Someday, again, we won't need everything that the Spirit has historically done. Some of the things have already passed away. Some things will pass away. But one thing that will not pass away is love. Love is what we will see and experience now and forever. So, Edwards' big point then is love is the greatest gift of God's Spirit given to us because it is the thing given to us that will never end. We will love God and neighbor to the very end of our lifetime. That's what true Christians do. They are born again, they are given the Spirit, and the Spirit is at operation or at work in us to help us love God and neighbor, and we will love God all the way to the end of our lives. And then, when we go to heaven, we will love God and others throughout eternity. There won't be an end to our loving God. There won't be an end to our loving others. That is, again, the gift of God's Spirit that never comes to an end. And this is why it's the greatest. It's the greatest because it just keeps on happening. It keeps on being a reality in our life. And this love, moreover, we would say, is a love that will grow eternally. Our love for God right now is at a certain place. One day we will see Him as He is. Our love for God will grow. Our love for God will grow in heaven, and it'll actually grow eternally. And so the love is the greatest gift because it is given to us by the Spirit, to us who believe, given to us, and it is that gift that lasts eternally. So we must think and esteem love as the greatest gift that God has given us by His Spirit.